everybody, it's Lacey. Welcome to Paws and Paper. So here is what I've been working on. I saw these they were slow stitched, but I don't do slow stitch, so I'm coming up with my own version of these cute little scrap fabric, I don't know, like little embellishments. So I'm going to put these into so this journal I'm making here. I figured you make these little embellishments, and then I thought just plopping them down makes the cutest embellishment. And you can make these and just have them on hand and throw them into a journal, and I thought they were really cute. So, and it doesn't take much fabric at all. So let me show you how I've made these. So I've made a cute little birdie here. And what I did was I just started with some neutral fabric. Now this is like a linen fabric. I found like a linen dress at like a thrift shop, and I just cut it all up. And my squares here are roughly, I don't know, like 4 by 3 maybe. So they're fairly decent sized. So you could also use, like, this is a heavier fabric. This is more of like an upholstery type fabric, very heavy, but I really liked the look of all the fraying. So on this one, I just went with all kinds of like cotton materials, anything that would really fray for me. So I've cut up several of these. So these are basically like my canvases, and I've got my little roughly 4 by 3 squares. So then I just took my little scrap fabric pile here, and like I said, it doesn't take much fabric. And then I just tried to kind of make a shape of a bird here. So I just started gluing stuff down, and let's see what we get. So these really are fun to use up scrap fabrics. And like I said, you don't need much fabric for this at all. And then this is all just kind of like abstract. You know, you just kind of have to use your imagination here a little bit to kind of figure out the shape of a bird. And, you know, if you are not real confident, you could always like trace down a picture first and kind of follow it. But I always just kind of just go for it. I don't get too worried. I figure if I mess up, it's just scraps. And my scraps are all just random. I'm just trying not to use neutrals because my background is neutral. So I'm just using any colors I can come up with. And then I'm roughly trying to figure body, back, bottom, and then tail. And ooh, this has a lot of this is like the very edge of the fabric. Has some really cool fluff going on there. That's what I was going for, the really frayed type edge. Let's see. Maybe. And then for the head, I did kind of round it, so maybe I can get this. And once I cut it, then I just really try to fray it out. But I wanted to try doing a butterfly and maybe a dragonfly. He kind of looks like a peacock here with his, if we can get the head part. Let's get this rounded. So yeah, you just got to kind of play with this. And I like that if that's his top. Yeah, I want that to be, it's kind of like a peacock almost. We need to have him. He needs the little tufties at the top. And I'm just putting a little bit of glue down, basically just to secure it. Because I did sew around it. So I wasn't too concerned if it wasn't glued down all the way. Now, what I did on this one, I did try to make like the pieces I wanted to stand out a little bit more, like the wing and the beak, a little bit different fabric and on the top, and I tried to layer it, so maybe I can use like this darker green one on the top. So yeah, it's basically like collaging with fabric to make just a shape. And you got to be a little bit interpretive, you know, you got to use your imagination a little bit. It does kind of take the shape of a bird somewhat, but yeah, you got to be creative. And I think it did help once I added like the stitching to it, because then I could kind of outline into the shape a little bit more. But do you see how what tiny little pieces of fabric I'm using here? I mean, it does not take much fabric at all. The only thing is my fabric, I do have tons of different types of fabric, so that's the one thing. You do need quite a few different pieces. But you could do it. I mean, you don't have to have them all the same. You could definitely do them all different. And then when you add your sewing, it could definitely still take the form of any, you know, animal you're trying to do. Okay, so now for the tail, I kind of just want to do a triangle here. And this is like a really old, this is like vintage flour sack. This is kind of cool. I came across a bunch of these vintage flour sacks at a flea market one time. They're really kind of neat. But the material frays really good. I love it. Okay, so it's a little bit big. Keep the shape here, but take it down a little bit. So I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. It is Memorial Day weekend, so we are getting a little bit of time off, which is nice. Although we've been working outside now. We had to do mulch this year, so we put down tons of mulch, which was super fun. That's a lot of work, putting all that down. So we did that, but it looks really nice when it's done. And then I planted a couple flowers. I try to fill in every year with a few things, just here and there. Try to plant some perennials or whatever, and that way I kind of fill in everything without having to do it all at once. So I did that. So the outside is looking nice, and my flowers are all starting to come up real pretty. So I'm liking that, and it's been pretty nice out lately. It's actually been a little bit cool, but I'd rather have that than the sweltering 100 and some degrees that it can be. All right, I'm trying to get a shape here. I think I just need a tiny, tiny little bit. I just want this tiny little, there. I just want the shape of like its belly. Its legs will come here, and then tail. We'll add a wing. So the boys only have one more week of school left too, and then they'll be on summer break, which is crazy. I cannot believe it is almost summer vacation already. Time goes too quickly. Another fun thing, all these strings start sticking to you. Okay, so now should we do, I've got this green, I kind of like that, or the brown. let's just go. This is kind of like a mossy green. So now let's see, I want like another triangle shape. And let's fluff this out. So yeah, I just thought these would be super fun to make and really easy. I mean, you could just sit there with your scrap pile and just start gluing away all of your little bits and pieces. Okay, how do I want my wing? Kind of think it's too long here. Feel like you're too wide. Let's kind of cut you down. There we go. And there's no real shapes. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything perfect. This is definitely more of an interpretive type art. Okay. Now you'll see it change once we start adding stitching and stuff. I promise. It really does take on a different view when you add some stitching to it. It's not necessary, but it does add a little bit more dimension to it. Okay, so there's my wing. And then I am going to make, I have this tiny itty bitty piece because all you need is next to nothing for its beak. There we go. And put that on. So there's its cute little beak. I love his little tufty hair. Okay, so now I am going to go stitch around this guy. I lost the cap. There we go. Stitch around this guy. And here's what I'm going to do. I stitched all the way around. And if you can see, I followed the beak, the head. I went all the way around the tail. And then I came back and I stitched around the wing. So that's what I did to make it kind of stand out a little bit more. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. So then you'll see what this one looks like when we come back. Okay, so we have this one all sewn around. So you can see it adds a little bit more dimension. You can see around the wings and stuff like that. But it probably would show out even more if I had some black thread in my sewing machine. But I'm too lazy and I didn't want to change thread. So now what I did, the final things I did was I added some cute little feet. And I have this pen here. This is just a acid-free, archival quality, waterproof, fade-proof, non-bleeding. So this is just a real thin black marker. And I just drew some little stick feet on my little birdie here. Super easy. And then, so there's this cute little feetsies. And then I had these little, I don't know what you call these things, these little bead type things, which are kind of cool. And they make a little perfect eyeball. So let's stick this on. And how quickly did we make the cutest little embellishment for our journal? I mean, I love them. I think they're super, super cute. And that didn't take any time at all. So I want to try now. Let's try, should we do a dragonfly or a butterfly? I think dragonflies would be pretty easy. So would butterflies. Birds are pretty easy too, though. So we have those two done. Let's just try butterfly. So butterfly would be body, wings, wings, right? So should we make our body dark? Let's just start with this. All right. So yeah, I have not made butterfly yet, but we will attempt what we can. Okay, so let's just, I lost my glue. How did I lose my glue? Oh, I put it way in the wrong container. I have two containers over there, and I put it with all my scissors. Okay, so there's our butterfly body. So like I said, these are just so fun. I love them. Now, if you were a slow stitcher, it'd be fun. You could put these all together and then slow stitch all around them. That's really kind of cool because then you can add all kind of detail to it too. But like I said, I'm not a slow stitcher, so I just thought the idea was super cool and figured we could do it without actually slow stitching. Okay, so now what are we going to do here? We're going to have to do some sort of rounding type something, maybe. Now I want to make sure I add several layers of fabric because I don't want just like one. I probably should have done the body last. Can I still get it off? Yeah. Okay. You, body, stay over there. Okay. Well, now we got our glue strip. Now we know where our body goes. Kind of thinking I want to put that on top. Like I said, we are crafting on the fly. I'm not really sure what we're doing at this point. I've not made the butterfly yet. But I'm kind of thinking really small pieces would almost be easy, or not easier, but better. But that would be like, I don't like working with itty bitty tiny pieces. Okay, so shape roughly, and then let's do 2 down here. I'm losing everything. So, oh, there we go. Let's see, let's put a little. It'd be really cool to do these too, like in a, if you had like a specific color palette you were working with, and you could just like patchwork together all the same colors that were similar. Kind of I need you to be rounded a little bit, so. Okay, round. There we go. This is a little bit tedious and fussy, but I think the results are well worth it. And sometimes these types of projects where you can just sit here with a pile of stuff and you don't need a ton of supplies really, just a pile of itty bitty scrap pieces of fabric and you're good to go. Oops, except it's all sticking to me. Okay, so now I want just a tiny, maybe a tiny little one here because we'll have kind of that thing going on. Alrighty, what else do I got? Will this be enough? Oh yeah, I think we can make our, kind of get what I'm trying to make here, right? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, there we go. All right, so then our next side. Should we mirror it? Do butterflies mirror? Does it matter? Do we want it mirrored? Oh, geez, decisions. Do I want it to be exactly the same? Oh, hurry up and make up your mind. I don't know. No. I don't think I do. Let's not. Okay, so I need a little bit of a longer piece, right? What am I measuring for? I don't need to measure. We're just doing scraps. So you start thinking about it too much. Don't think about it. I've noticed with a lot of projects, don't think about it. Otherwise you start over-analyzing and then you second guess yourself and it probably looked fine the first time. Okay. Slightly rounded roughly the same size. Good. Hopefully our body covers the middle. And down. Strings, strings everywhere. Off you go. Okay, so there's one. Get some, you can tell none of my fabric. I've got colors everywhere and it still comes out looking cute. So don't think that if you don't have all the same colors, although I really like the patchwork look. I don't have this obsession with things having to match. And I know some people, it bothers them. You know, that's a thing. Things have to coordinate or match. I like this look a lot though. That primitive type look, is that what they call that kind of look? I think it looks cute. Okay. So our interpretive butterfly is coming out here. I hope you can see it, right? You know, can you see the vision? I can see the vision. Okay. Don't lose my body over here. That's just kind of laying over here to the side. He hasn't disappeared yet, so that's good. All right, let's round this one. And were we pointing? Oh yeah, we were pointing down, weren't we? Okay, almost there. I think dragonflies would be a lot easier because all you have to do is like 4 of these, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that what a dragonfly has? I guess the butterfly isn't all that much different. He has just a few little ones, but, and I said I didn't want to do just one strip anyway, so I don't know why I'm complaining. I would have done more anyway. Just keep going. Be quiet. Keep going. Okay, here's another itty bitty tiny little piece here for the bottom. Cool. Okay, I think we're going to go with it. And then we'll glue our body back on. Okay. Ooh, you move too much. There we go. Okay, now is our body wide enough? Yeah, he's pretty good. Let's do a little bit. Let's get rid of the sharp edges at the bottom. Okay, re-glue, re-stick. Should we make you the head? Were you better as the head because you're a little bit more rounded? Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, there we go. Can you see our butterfly? Oh, I can see it. I can see it. Okay, what a mess. Okay, so I don't think I want to give my butterfly eyeballs because I think an eyeball is going to make it look crazy. Yeah, because see, actually, you know what? It looks crazy, but kind of cool crazy. What do you think? Cool crazy or weird crazy? Makes it look like it has like goggle eyeballs. Let's think on it. Okay, let's draw its cute little antenna thingies. So just a little one there. And one there. Okay. Let me sew it and I'll think on the eyeballs. Shout it out. Eyeballs. Yes, no. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so here's our super cute butterfly. He turned out so cute. Okay, so all I did was when I started stitching, I started here and I just kind of go around and I follow the shape of my outline here. And I went all the way around the outside and then I came back and I did a circle all around the body. So that's how I stitched it. It takes a long time to stitch because you're constantly, you know, moving. And so it does take a little bit to stitch them down, but how cute. I love it. So I'm thinking no eyeballs. he's just going to be, he's weirding me out with the eyeballs. So we're going to not do eyeballs on him. So I think we have time to do one more. If you guys want to see one more, I'm so excited. They're turning out so cute. How cute would this be to even put on the cover of a journal? So you have like a cover of a journal here, and then like it becomes the main focal point. I am loving these. I hope you guys like these too. You guys need to give them a try. Let me know if you've made some. So we've got 2 birdies and a butterfly. And let's try a dragonfly, which I guess is pretty much the same. Oh, you know what else I wanted to try? I wanted to try an owl, but I don't think I have time for that. A cute little owl. Let's just try a dragonfly. We don't have time for the owl. We will never get that done. Okay, so let's do the same thing pretty much we did for the butterfly. For our dragonfly. I'm getting so many tiny little pieces, I can't keep anything straight. Okay, let me use some of these itty bitty pieces I already have. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. See if we can get this done. Okay, now dragonfly is like 1. Maybe we should just do, we could do 1, 2. No, dragonfly. Dragonfly has 1, 2 big body, long body. Yes, right? Right. Okay, let's hope that's right. I think that's right, but I'm not looking at a picture, so I don't know. If I do it wrong, we're going to create our own species here. So let's just round. I know one's longer than the other, but maybe that doesn't matter. Okay, so 1, 2. These are all roughly the same size anyway. We're not going for anatomically correct here, by the way. Nope, not at all. Okay, 2 and 1 more. Okay, I think we have all of our pieces. So, I think I made them all a little bit too long. I want them all, they all need to stay. Stay, stay, stay. 1, 2, you're blending in a little bit too much. Okay, I need to shorten all of you. I think I want a different one than this one. Let's use this. You're a little bit wide. A little bit wide. Let's take you down a little bit here. Now you're too thin. Okay. Tiny bit off. There we go. Now, good, better. See, this is what happens when I try to think I can do one more and then I'm trying to hurry. So that I'm not on here forever. Okay, just gonna cut all these down at once. Okay, out of the way, out of the way. Fray all the edges, and then I have to get one. We should probably separate the purple. I got 2 purple kind, a pink and a blue. Let's do this. Where's my glue? Okay. Is this? Oh yeah, that's upside down right now. One side's a little bit brighter than the other. Okay, so let's see. Wing. Gotta make sure I have enough room here for its long body. So wing, wing, right? They're pretty close together, I think. Again, trying to figure out what it looks like in my head, since I have nothing to reference at the moment. So we're just going with it. But I think you could make all kinds of cool all kinds of cool designs. I mean, if you're really good at drawing and stuff, you could kind of like draw your outlines and then fill them all in. Like I said, I'm just going for the abstract look. Okay, so what do I want my body to look like? Do I want the brown? Do I want... This one kind of has texties all over. That's kind of cool. Let's see. How big do we want to make the main... We got to make the main part slightly bigger and then a real skinny tail, right? I think. Let's come on. Let's get this done. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Okay. So let's see here. We've got somewhat of a butterfly type shape. Okay. Okay, so its body is big and then all of a sudden it gets a real skinny tail. So how do we want to do that? Do we just want to round this whole thing out? I think might be the best option. Okay, so dragonflies don't have antenna thingies, do they, like a butterfly? I don't think they do. Okay, so there's my body. I think I'm good with that. Let's do that. And then we need a real skinny long tail to make it the dragonfly shape, right? Okay, so there's my main body. Real skinny tail. We need a real skinny tail made out of what? What we got? What do we got? We need a piece I haven't used yet. No. Do I want that one or do I want this one? Let's try this. Let's see if we can get... Oh, sure. Why not? Why not? Okay, so we need to make you... You're rounded at the end for sure, I think. Right? That's pretty dragonfly-esque, right? Come on. Give me a little credit, right? I think I did pretty good. Oh, yes. Marvelous. Okay. Totally a dragonfly. I can see it. Okay, where's my glue? There we go. Okay, I am going to quickly sew and then let's finish this up. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so here is my finished dragonfly. I think he turned out pretty good. I am very happy with how these all turned out. So I've got dragonfly, butterfly, birds, and give it a try. I'm sure you can make all kinds of cool little designs with all your little tiny pieces of scrap fabric. So I hope you guys have a great day. Go get your paws dirty and get crafty. I'll see you later.